throwback, we are having a look at the character Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine Ghost Patrol. One of my earlier reviews, Spot did this a while back, and you know what, while Spot was doing some moving, and of course Spot's moved to his new address and everything, I happened just to come across this. This was sitting in a box, and I thought to myself, you know, it's been a while since I've done the review, or it's been a while since I've actually had a look at the Mystery Machine Ghost Patrol set, so why not shoot a review of it? Now, obviously the other reason for I'm redoing this review too is because Spot also picked up, and never got a chance to really review it, but Spot also picked up the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine playset, which I think is a little bit better of a set than this one right here. But before I did the comparison, I thought a re-review of this was really a nice first way to go. The packaging is very Scooby-Doo-esque in the fact that it's a green box, kind of that yellowish green box, the Scooby-Doo dog tag at the top there. It says, find and capture ghosts with the Mystery Machine's ghost tracking system. Down below, Scooby-Doo. Ghosts also glow in the dark, which I'm pretty sure I did mention in the initial review. And spin around the box itself to the very back. The read-up says, it's not easy to surprise a ghost, but now you can with the help of Shaggy in the Mystery Machine Ghost Patrol, the ultimate ghost capturing vehicle fleet. Once the Mystery Machine's ghost tracking system, GTS, locates the spirits in question, Shaggy bursts out of the on his capture cycle to nab them with his net. Help him transfer the ghostly prisoners to the Mystery Machine's spook-proof cell, and off you go to make toast of some more ghosts. Also indicated, again, once again, the ghosts come with, the two ghosts are glow in the dark. On the side, indicating Shaggy with the ghost grabbing cycle. And then down below, some features to the cell, all of which Spot will revisit once again in this throwback. Interested also in collecting points, which apparently was available at the time. You can go to www.zoinkspoints.com to get free stuff online. I'm not sure if that's still active, as Spot hasn't had a chance to recheck that. But if you guys want to certainly check that, you can certainly do that as well. So, in this throwback, as Spot has now found this box while he was moving, I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine Ghost Patrol. There's definitely more to come, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. So, once again, included with the Mystery Machine Ghost Patrol, you get yourself, obviously, ghosts. You get two ghosts, both seen in the original Scooby-Doo cartoon. You get the ghost creature. I can't remember the names of them. And I think this one was called the Zombie, or a Zombie. They both glow in the dark, so you would just have them exposed to lamp light, and then that would charge them. You turn off the lights, and these would glow. They are small, though, and I suppose by comparison to Shaggy, they likely pose very little threat to him. I mean, aside from really catching them, he could probably just kick them. But you do get two ghosts. We will revisit these in a second. Just put those aside. And you also get Shaggy. And I gotta admit, though, for the age of the toy, that's a pretty good looking Shaggy. In fact, something I probably even commented on in the initial review. That's a really good looking Shaggy. He's even got his whiskers, he's got the hair all in there. The paint's really done well, and he's got his green shirt, his reddish colored slacks. Unfortunately, as far as I know, Shaggy's the only one that came with this Mystery Machine. It's a real shame, because half the time, I don't think Shaggy was really driving, and it was always Fred, but you get Shaggy. And in the way of his articulation, he has surprisingly a lot. I mean, he has a rotation in the head. His arms rotate all the way around. He has a bend in the elbow. He has a bend in the legs, and he has a bend in the knees. Obviously, bending in the knees is crucial, so then you can have, in this case, Shaggy driving the Mystery Machine. I always keep wanting to call it Mystery Mobile, but the Mystery Machine. You can take Shaggy, I'll just move his bike out of the way for a second, just to show you guys. You can take Shaggy and ever so slightly get him to get behind the wheel. Not an easy task, unfortunately, because you're relying always on the door. You're relying on the door to get him in there. It might be easier to reach him around and put him in from this side. There you go. And you can have Shaggy driving the Mystery Machine. The doors, as you've seen, are open. They open on either side. They don't really have a lot of clearance, but I guess enough to get the driver and the passenger on the other side. Speaking of passenger, something else that I wasn't a big fan of the Ghost Patrol Mystery Machine is the fact that when you turn it around, on the side, it doesn't actually have, let me tip the camera up here, or tip the vehicle up, it doesn't actually have a secondary passenger seat. It just has an open area. I just happen to have a Scooby-Doo here. I just happen, you know, it's one of those things that was just sitting on my desk. So I guess by that, you could have Scooby-Doo sitting on the Mystery Machine like so, and he could sit alongside Shaggy. I'll just take him out. Getting them in and out, obviously, is not the easiest at all, but there you go. Before we look at the functions, let's look at the Mystery Machine first. It's obviously compact, as with most Mystery Machines. It's a very compact vehicle. It has nice chrome on the tires, nice metallic chrome there. Nice stickers. Or actually, it's not even stickers, but nice paintwork on the side to recreate the Mystery Machine. The reason why I'm not a big fan of this particular vehicle, and this just happened to be the one I ended up reviewing initially, was because the other vehicle, I'm going to review the other Mystery Machine, the one I never did open, and it was just a little better laid out. For starters, on the front, it's missing the spare tire on the front here. The Ghost Patrol Mystery Machine, it just has a big sticker, and it just says Scooby-Doo. And in fact, there's a little bit of wear across that sticker. I don't know how that happened. It was just came out of the I think it came out like that, or maybe I don't remember if I actually put that sticker on, but there's stickers for headlights, and then there's stickers for secondary signal lights underneath. But it's missing something by the fact it doesn't have that front spare tire, which is something I really miss. It's got the rack on the top, and on the side, once again, something that you probably wouldn't see on the Mystery Machine is a picture of Shaggy and Scooby chasing a ghost. This would have been nice just on its own without the Ghost Patrol, but I guess they wanted to market it as Ghost Patrol Mystery Machine. The coloring is nice, even though I'm not a fan of the stickers. The coloring is nice. And on the back, more stickers for the taillights, Ghost and Ghost Patrol behind bars there. It obviously rolls really, really well. There was no issue with the rolling of the vehicle. And aside from the front doors, the back door will swing out. This whole back compartment will swing out like so. And this will also open up. And then you've got a little more of an activity setup. This section right here, which hopefully, if I can zoom in here for a second. This section right here opens up, unhinges like so, and you can either have it, I think from what I remember, you can either have it on the Mystery Machine, which I think will clear. No, it won't actually clear, which is surprising because I thought at one point it could do that. But you could have the satellite dish at the top there. It rotates, it bends. You can rotate it all the way around. A couple of lights that they don't flash or anything like that, but simulated sirens on there. And we zoom in, there's some sticker work there, some keys, a screen there, some other console controls there as well. This also swings out as far as I know. Yeah, the keyboard swings out. Not that Shaggy would necessarily be using a computer, but you can put Shaggy right there and he could be working the computer console. Take Shaggy out of the way. There's also a secondary area here, secondary section where it's got a cell that you can put your ghosts in. We will get into that obviously in a second as well. Nice little cell door. And then the last vehicle that the set comes with is this. Now this is his trapping bike, his ghost trapping bike. I wasn't a fan of this the initial time I reviewed this, and I'm not really a big fan of it now either. It's awfully loose in the front, so even putting Shaggy in it, I found just the front end of it just flopped all over the place. It didn't also help that you had the additional net in the front adding weight to it. It just gave a lot of more issue than anything else. Also, the idea is you're supposed to have the net in the front and then if the ghosts are in front of you, that net's supposed to come down and trap them. That's the whole idea of the ghost patrol. The only problem is, though, if you're not catching ghosts, there is really no place to keep that net. Certainly from driving, I would imagine that net would be in Shaggy's way and he probably would drive into a wall. But he can, just for the sake of showing you guys, you can take Shaggy, bend his knees, and you can get Shaggy sitting on the bike like so. I like that the colors match the Mystery Machine at least, but the bike though is a bit of a hindrance. Just the flopping around as easy as it does. I mean, it spins all over the place, and then there's really no place to keep this net. If it could lock in or something like that, it wouldn't be so bad, but it just ends up flopping around. When you do catch the ghosts, you can take those ghosts and turn around the Mystery Machine here and open up the trap door, put your ghosts inside, and then the trap door could close back up, and then you've got the ghosts all trapped. There is no place where you can actually keep the cell up. Had there been like a little platform or something on the side here, you could have kept it up like this and kept the ghost trapped, but instead the ghosts kind of just sit at the side of the Mystery Machine. And then when you're done, you can just fold up everything here, fold the keyboard down and fold this whole setup down like so and like so. And I think, I'm trying to figure out where the bike can go. I think the bike won't clear there because the cell is going to be in the way. That likely will then lend itself as to why perhaps this goes in here. No, that's not going to fit either. So it kind of just sits loosely. It doesn't really have an actual place to keep it. I suppose you could, no, you can't really even put it in there because it's not going to clear it. No, so it's just going to kind of sit loosely, which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame indeed. It's by far, this is my least favorite Mystery Machine. I did the review so long ago that I wanted to go back and just kind of revisit this and kind of give me a chance to, as I have unpacked boxes, give me a chance to kind of go back and look at some of these toys again. But yeah, for me, the idea was I wanted to get a really good Mystery Machine that I could have with the other Scooby-Doo characters. Unfortunately, again, it only comes with Shaggy, so other characters like Velma, Daphne, Fred, and then of course Scooby-Doo, I had to all get separately. I mean, and there isn't really even a space to keep them on the Mystery Machine. So, of the two that I own, even though we're having a look at this one today, I really prefer the other one, and the other one I'm going to be reviewing for you guys soon. In fact, I'm hoping to do the review next of the Mystery Machine playset. And I'll actually keep this vehicle out, this Mystery Machine out next to it, and we'll do a comparison so you guys can see the difference. I prefer the other one much more than this one, but the other one is so much more expensive. In fact, finding it on eBay is quite a bit harder. I just happened to luck out the one time that I was buying these. I think I actually bought this one first, and had settled really on the idea that it wasn't quite cartoon accurate, but it was going to be good enough. Then I just happened to stumble across the other Mystery Machine and was much happier with it, although I did at the time pay a little bit more for it. So a review definitely of that one will come. As for this one, being that this one is the easier to find on eBay, if this is the only way to go and you want a Mystery Machine playset, then by all means this is a good one to go with. But it's not cartoon accurate, which is disappointing to me at least, and I don't really like all these extra stickers. Having these extra playset features, having this whole section open up, is a nice idea, but for me, I wouldn't want to sacrifice space to keep the other Mystery Incorporated characters out. I mean, I would rather much have space where I could put all the characters in than just a trapping cell for ghosts. So, would I recommend this? Only if you can't find the other one. Only if you can't find the other one and you want to get a Mystery Machine, then yes, I would get the Ghost Patrol version. But personally, I think if you want a show accurate one, I probably would stay away from this one altogether. Today's throwback, we were having a look, and you know what? I don't even think I did a rating initially, did I? No, I didn't. I like Shaggy. Shaggy I have no problems with whatsoever, but the overall Mystery Machine, I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to only give it a 6.5. But today's throwback, we're once again having a look at the Scooby-Doo, the Mystery Machine Ghost Patrol vehicle. Thanks for watching as you always do, guys. Certainly let me know down below if you had a chance to pick this up. Maybe share your thoughts with me. Share your thoughts on what you guys thought of the vehicle. And certainly stick around, guys, because Spot's going to do the review of the Mystery Machine that he prefers a little bit better than this one right here. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next time.